Today's topic, losing belly fat for men, why it can be so easy. And today I want to share 9 tips with you that can help you as a man to lose belly fat. Yes, this episode is specifically for men, but if you're a woman listening to it, you are also not excluded. Don't worry. Every gender, every race is welcome here. If you, for example, use these tips as a woman, you can also lose belly fat. And if you gain some weight and if you have more belly fat than you want on your body, then you have to be aware of the risks that are associated with large amounts of belly fat. And that's insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, colorectal cancer, cardiovascular disease, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, and premature death from any of these causes. And that's why it's so important that you lose your belly fat. And that's why it's also so important that you avoid all those sweet drinks that are so delicious. Yes, I'm talking about sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages are loaded with liquid fructose, which can make you gain belly fat. And studies show that sugary drinks lead to increased fat in the liver, and one 10-week study actually discovered that there's a significant correlation between abdominal fat gain and consuming high fructose beverages. So please, oh please, say no to all the brands that I don't mention right now, otherwise they're gonna sue me. So please stay away from all the sugary drinks. I mean, you know what they are. Come on, I know that you know. Everyone knows. The problem is they are so delicious and they are designed to make you addicted. I mean, there's been stories, and you can actually look that up on YouTube and also on Google, from countries, I think for example in Peru, where they drink so much cola that as a result they develop diabetes at shocking rates. And that's why you have to avoid that stuff. Not only to lose belly fat, but also for your health in general. And don't ignore the psychological effects of your weight gain. There's always physiological things you can do to lose belly fat, but there are also psychological things you can do. And one thing you have to do is to talk to yourself in a way as if you would truly and fully accept and love yourself. Right now, you might be looking in the mirror and you say to yourself, I don't really like the person I see in the mirror. But the more confidence you have in yourself, the more confidence you will have in your ability and your body's ability to lose weight. And the more motivation you will have to follow the tips I share with you in this episode. And the more you will be persistent because you have the confidence in yourself and in your body's innate ability to get rid of your belly fat. And that's why it's important to talk to yourself in a loving way, to look at yourself in the mirror and say, even though I don't have my dream weight yet, even though I might not have my dream body yet, I love myself, and I love myself for making an effort. I love myself for trying to lose weight, and I love myself for ultimately succeeding and achieving my weight loss goal. That's how I want you to look in the mirror. Look in the mirror with love and not with resentment. And then you will be motivated on this journey, and you will have the persistence to keep on going and to keep on getting rid of your belly fat. And become aware of your daily habits. Give yourself time to form new habits. It usually takes between 30 and 90 days for us human beings to form new habits, especially when it comes to replacing old negative habits with new positive habits. So for example, you can wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what can I do today to feel better and healthier? What healthy choices can I make today? And let me please illustrate that with the example of the sugary sweetened beverage drinks that I just mentioned and that you should avoid. In case you were drinking this crap all the time, today you can start by saying, what choice can I make today that makes me feel better, that's better for my body? Because I love myself enough to make the right choice for my body. And then you choose to no longer drink that stuff today. And the next day you make the same choice, and the next day the same choice. And then, sooner or later, after about 30 to 90 days, you don't even have to think about it anymore, and you don't even want to touch these drinks anymore. But what you should touch, or at least eat, is protein, because protein is important for weight management. Protein raises your metabolic rate and helps you to retain muscle mass during your weight loss journey. And many observational studies show that people who eat more protein also tend to have less abdominal fat. than people who eat a lower protein diet. You can, for example, look up a study that's called Protein Intake is Inversely Associated with Abdominal Obesity in a Multi-Ethnic Population, and this study illustrates it very, very well. And what you can also do to get rid of belly fat is to tweak your morning coffee routine a little bit in order to ignite your metabolism. You can simply add Java Burn to your morning coffee, and Java Burn is an all-natural formula that, when combined with coffee, can improve both the speed and the efficiency of your metabolism, which can then lead to better fat burning results. That's why I invite you to add Java Burn to your morning coffee to put your body in full fat burning mode for the whole day. And if you want to find out more about this revolutionary fat burning product, you can go to loseweightpodcast.com/morningcoffee, or you click on the first link in the description. And yes, I want to be 100% transparent with you. I recommend this product because I truly believe in it, and because so many of my clients experienced incredible success with it. And I also receive a commission for it, so I want to be 100% honest, but for you, you get it to the same price. In fact, if you also click on the second link in the description and you go to loseweightpodcast.com/limited, then you can get Java Burn for more than 80% off. So now I ask you, what are you waiting for? In case you enjoy your morning coffee, why not put your body in full fat burning mode for the whole day by just tweaking your morning coffee a little bit? And include physical activity in your daily routine. For most healthy adults, the Department of Health and Human Services recommends moderate aerobic activity, such as brisk walking for at least 150 minutes a week, or vigorous aerobic activity, even though I think that's a weird way of describing it. Vigorous aerobic activity, let's call it doing sports. For example, they mention running for at least 75 minutes a week. And you can go to the gym, you can lift weights, which is also good for your testosterone level. You can swim, which is good for your lungs and for your physiology. You can do so many things to not only get healthier in general, but to also lose belly fat. And what you can also do is to follow my dad's one-plate policy. My dad, in order to get rid of his belly fat, had a simple policy that he still sticks to, and that's the one-plate policy. If you check your portion size and you make sure that you don't eat too many calories, then of course losing belly fat will be easier for you. And what my dad always does, whenever he prepares a plate for himself, he always only eats this one plate. He doesn't go back to the kitchen and gets his plate full again, or just gets a little bit again. No, he sticks to his one plate policy. And this brings me to one of the points I mentioned before, which is to establish new habits. In the beginning, my dad always had to remind himself of his one plate policy, but eventually it became a habit and now it's natural for him. And speaking of establishing a healthy habit, if you celebrate every small progress that you make, you keep yourself motivated. Remember what I said before, the psychological aspect of losing belly fat is also important. And if you celebrate every small progress, it can motivate you to continue what you're doing because it's obviously working. If you, for example, add Java Burn to your morning coffee and after a couple of days or weeks, you can see the results on your body, you can see that your belly fat got less, then continue what you're doing. I mean, why would you stop? It's a little bit like when you're close to getting an orgasm. That's a weird example, but I think it's a good example. When you're close to an orgasm, you don't change the technique. You continue to do what you're doing because this technique got you there, or let's say this speed, or you know what I mean. And the same is true for your journey to less belly fat and to your dream body. If something is working, then just continue doing it and celebrate every small progress. And if you're now ready to add Java Burn to your morning coffee, then you can get it for more than 80% off today. And all you have to do is to click on the second link in the description or go to loseweightpodcast.com/limited. That's loseweightpodcast.com/limited.